morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Shadow and Sun Show, and welcome to part 2 of whatever I called this. I forgot to look. Forgotten Roles. One of my, as you guys all know, one of my all-time favorite character classes to run, often mixed with a bit of magic user, where I'm allowed is the incomparable, the rogue, the thief, the scoundrel, whatever you want to choose to call him, whatever politically correct term you're using these days, makes no difference to me. We know what we are. We are the master schemers, the ones who've always got some sort of ace or trick up our sleeves, with an escape plan at the ready, with some grand scheme, some heist that we've been planning all our lives. So underrated in so many games, so shuffled to the back row, only called forth when a lock needs a picking or a trap needs disarming. But I posit to you that there are so many more fun things to do with the character in question. There have been so many great examples over the years, and yet so few great representations at the table that I am familiar with. They always seem to come to a grisly end long before they ever get to realize that great dream. So many great Conan stories were more about that bit character in the beginning or somewhere in the middle of a great Conan story of a master thief who's traveled the world looking for all the right components to this grand heist or this forgotten treasure, this tomb that's yet to be sacked. Grey Mouser and Fafford, Grey Mouser being arguably the greatest thief of them all, and so forgotten by time. Hell, there have been a lot of great ones out there, and I've got a list. If you guys are interested, I'll go through real quick. Grey Mouser, of course, top of the list, always. Fafford, his faithful sidekick, and also equal to many of the people that will come later. You've got Conan. Don't forget, he was a hell of a thief, but more of a strong arm robber, if you ask me. Locke Lamora from The Gentleman Bastard, Jean Tenon, Jimmy the Hand, one of my all-time favorites, Arutha Condoyne from the Rift Wars saga. Arutha, you take the fun out of life, but boy, was he a fun character. Silk from the Belgariad, Cudgel the Clever, Shellback. Cudgel was fun. He was just a miserable bastard, but it was a fun story with just desserts waiting right over the horizon. Shadow Spawn, not one of my favorites, but I recognize he was the stereotypical edgelord, maybe the first edgelord from the Thieves World series, which in itself was a fantastic set of stories. Squeezing that breeze because my dog is annoying me. Kyler Stern, Royce Melbourne, Hadrian Blackwater, Vlad Taltos, Kinnick, Nashnak, I don't know who the hell that is, Mouse, Matrim Cawthorn. The list goes on. I've got a list of like 50 of them, but those are the ones I'm more familiar with. And you know, we're not just the locksmith on call at your beck and call to handle the things that only that character can handle. They could easily be the leader of the party, especially for those of you who love those sandbox games and can't stand the railroad. But guess what? Even railroads get robbed from time to time by none other than us scoundrels, us rogues, our banditos. Even the best railroads got a good thief just waiting to just take it for all it's worth. When you're rolling up your next character, maybe give it a try. Think about it. Think ahead. Plan ahead. Have have everybody in the party unknowingly, unwittingly being part of your master plan. You've not the lame ass picking of the pockets of your fellow party members. None of that shit. Yeah, don't waste your time with that. That's chump change, chicken feed, as we used to call it. There are so many great things out there waiting to be stolen, and your DM is just waiting to run it. Trust me, when he gets wind of your plan, when he realizes, oh my God, I'm going to get to run a heist game. Oh my goodness, and the paladin's going to be helping and he doesn't know it. Oh, this is going to be good. So look around your D&D world, whatever fantasy game you're in. When you're rolling up that scoundrel, that thief, that rogue, look around and see what's just waiting to be plucked by your character. I tell you, folks, sure, magic users are awesome, and I'm going to talk about them later next week. And clerics wield some of the mightiest of power, but there is nothing like the high from planning a job and scoring it big and getting away by the skin of your teeth with whatever gem, tasty morsel that you've been planning on, and you pull it off, and the party is just looking at you like, oh my God, we got away with it. Or maybe we didn't. Maybe we're on the lam. That's a lot of fun too. Nothing gets your blood boiling and pumping like being hunted down. If your players have never been on the lam, never been chased by the authorities for game after game after game, you have no idea what you're missing. They will come back to make sure they do not get pinched and thrown in the hoosegow. And even then, if you manage to do that, then you get the jailbreak. There are so many great tropes and cliches just waiting out there for you as players and GMs. Sure, the fighters are fun and noble and tough and strong, but nothing compares to me, or for me, like the outwitting of the system and breaking all the rules and pulling off that crime of the century in that particular game world, stealing that magic item, grabbing that big old honking ruby out of the eye of the idol. Excuse me. Or maybe it's just a treasure map. Maybe it's a book. It really doesn't matter what it is. It's the idea that you, through skill and skill alone, and maybe a little bit of fortune, good luck, lady luck, hanging over your shoulder just for that one brief moment, and you can retire, live like a king in Patagonia, and all off that one job. For me, that's one of my favorites, and so overlooked in every game I'm in. I guess I'm going to have to show some folks how it's done. The next one of my characters to kick the bucket, the next fighter that I've rolled up that meets its untimely end, will be replaced with some rogue or another, I guess, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. But I highly recommend you give it a try. If you've never run one, or if you've always thought that they're just, they're just a bit player in the group, they never get to take the spotlight, they're always trying to stay out of it. Well, a lot of great thieves guilds have a very charismatic leader, and they got to start somewhere. And if you've never run a guild of your own, of ne'er-do-wells and Baker Street irregulars, artful dodgers, that sort of thing, give it a try. Come back to me, let me know what you think. Or maybe you've done it in the past and it's your favorite, or maybe you've got a story you'd like to share, how you picked the pocket of that nobleman and found the this or the that and ran like hell. I'd love to hear about it. There's so much fun and so overlooked. That's what I've got for you this morning. I hope you go into the weekend with a little gleam in your eye, a little plot forming in your brain, a little thump in the heart that's quickening as you're getting closer and closer to your prize. Love you guys. I will see you in about 45 minutes with second breakfast, and then off we will shoot into the weekend. Until then, happy trails.